Hi guys, I have this Samsung A15 5G coming in today for screen replacement. So let's work on it together and replace it out, okay? To replace the screen out, what you want to do is go in from the back of it, just get some thin and trying to go in between the cutout and I guess trying to pry it up, okay? Don't over prying it, just pry it so where you could have a little bit open, a little bit opening, so you could this is metal, I could use it too, but that will cut and peel the paint off. So I usually get some plastic or some that paper, whatever that you have, and once it had the opening, you just want to slice it. Just keep an eye out for this spot right here, because they had the button there, so there's some connection there, so don't go in too deep, and if you are, just go gentle, okay? uh, and if yours is hard or is stuck, uh, you can use some alcohol, it will help out a lot. But as of for me, it seemed like it's cutting through fine. Like I say, when you get to the spot, just be gentle, be easy, because you don't know what hidden under there. All right. But our job is just trying to separate the back piece out with the frame itself, and usually it hold down by double-sided tape. So just take it easy and just trying to go as slow as you can, or however that is work for you. As you see here, if you look through it, I'm pretty much using this as a knife, and I'm just pretty much slicing it. Okay, I'm separating it with that piece. um, I know for sure there's no ripping here, so it's safe for me to go through this far. But when I get to this spot, I just gonna take it slow and as far out away from it as much as possible. All right, and usually around the camera or the flashlight, there would be more glue there. This all vary, so just keep an eye out. What I'm doing now is I'm opening it up while looking into here. I know you guys cannot see it like that, but what I kind of like spread it out to see if there anything else that I need to cut or remove. Okay, as you see, it came up pretty easy there. You see this ribbon? If you go too deep, uh, God forbid if this were up and you slice through it, you will cut this ribbon. Okay, so that's why I say we not every phone. Well, the basic is the same, but I do not remember how exactly this lay. So what I did is I trying to avoid from cutting it by not going in too deep. Okay. Um, these are fine as long as not rolling up in a ball and it could lay flat. It is okay. All right, let's put that aside. Second thing is this is that cable for the power button, I guess. So I'm not just gonna remove that. Bear with me here. Let me grab my tools. All right. As you see, let me try to zoom in. Let me fix this to a good location. There are screws holding, I guess, the frame, the mid frame down to the screen itself. Okay, all you have to do is just remove them. Um, Pretty straightforward, and I believe they are the same size screw. So you don't need to memorize where each one gonna go. Okay, depend on certain phone, but for this is I think it's all the same size screw. You know, if you have a piece of magnet, put on a tip or use it to magnetize your tips. It will help to take the screw to pick up the screw as you unscrew it. But for some weird reason, I cannot find mine right now, and I'm not too worried on that. I'm gonna loosen it all up, and I'll pick up with one of my screwdriver that I had the magnet on the tip of it, at the end of it actually. So no big deal. This is where you thought you done everything, and there will be one screw left you haven't done. No big deal. Come up pretty straightforward. Yep, they all seem like the same size screw so far. So we should be in the safe zone. Right, that is out. That is done. What you want to do next is uh, locate the SIM card tray. Take that out. Don't lose the SIM, of course. Just put it aside where you're not gonna mix it up. And the reason why I'm saying take the SIM tray out, because you're gonna need to remove that first in order to release the mid frame from the screen side itself. Uh, and for me, I like to go in from where the SIM tray is in. This is a little bit thick. Let me see if I have anything thinner here. Because for me, I think where the SIM tray is, I had more. It seemed like it allowed me to dig into it much easier. Remember, don't go in too deep. You may break this section there. Okay. As you see, I just go in between the screen, and I was trying to pry it apart, separate it apart from the housing itself. Nothing too crazy. Just make sure the screw is out. Um, Seems like it's coming off pretty straightforward. All right. Most important thing is this guy right here. You want to unplug it from the beginning. If you don't, when you split it, it may rip this flex cable. Okay. That out of the way. Second thing we should do right away is all right, guys. There's one screw here, another screw here to hold the motherboard down. You could take this off, but I think we could just leave it connected, and we're gonna just try to remove the board itself so we don't have to reconnect them later. Okay. And these two screws are different, so let's put that aside. Uh, two screw. Unplug this flex cable connection. Let's see if it come off. Oh, pretty straightforward. It wasn't that hard. Okay. Uh, you could, like I said, you could just disconnect these two wire, but I only disconnect them if it's hard to take the motherboard out. Well, other than that, I'll leave it plugged in to save me a little bit of work, I guess. Um, this is coming off pretty straightforward. Okay. I know you gotta disconnect this from it because there is. Yep. Take that off. Take that out. Now, depending on where you buy the new screen from, some will come with speaker and whatever that they give. So it's all depending on where you buy it from. So let's examine our today. See what they give we have that button there. Um, we're definitely gonna need a buzzer, and we do need the speaker on this one too. Okay, let's just take it apart so we could transfer it over to the new screen there. I know most people just want to go from this way in. Me, I like to do it from the back end in more. As you see, because sometimes when you go from here, you may split this out and tear it. So I usually go from the back end of it. Okay. Same thing for the speaker. You gotta find where is the bottom, where you could go in from the bottom, and you just want to work your way around it and trying to take it off. Because sometimes when you open this and you cannot go down to the bottom of it, you may cut split in the middle and will damage the speaker. Okay, just an FYI on that. Nothing too crazy. Let me peel that off. You're not gonna need that. All right, we're going to the battery. Let's see if it works. As you see here, the instruction on it say pull out. So let's see if we're able to pull it out without have to use our tools and stuff. Let's just slice all up. This work. We don't have to use our any alcohol prior. That'd be cool. Yes, it's out. Now, yes, guys. Um, Not all will be the same. Okay, when it comes to this, your maybe won't come off. If it not, just use some alcohol. Put along the edges here. It will sip into it, and it will loosen up the glue. Okay, but if it come off, hey, congratulations. Make life a whole lot easier. Okay. All right, batteries out. We got our buzzer. We put our screen in. Same exact way we take it out. We're gonna reverse order it. So whatever we took out last, we're gonna put in first. Okay. So, well, of course the battery was last, but I usually put the battery last because I don't know. That's just me. But you could put it in first if you choose to, but not me. Alright, that is there. Let's go here. Wasn't that bad? Okay. Take this off. I want to put the bottom in first. So I could secure that a connector there. Because it's glued it onto this board, and then the other connector go on top of it. Okay, this right here. And apparently there's no glue there, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. You don't need to if you don't want to. It doesn't necessary thing. It's not a necessary thing. Okay. Uh, but this way it will help me hold this guy down in place. So it's easier for me to pluck it in, I guess. Um, Not too hard. Alright, that's in. Everything is in. This guy need to be in. Look good. I'm gonna put the red one down first because it's smaller, and the blue one could hold everything in place because I guess it's just bigger, and it will hold secure down in the crack there. in the cutout or whatever. All right, that's done. Where is that? For the battery, guys, I would say trying to uh, plug the connector in first, just to be sure that it's gonna be able to have enough room or wiggle room to move around. And as that done, you could secure the battery down. Okay. But that's all there is to it. Okay, good. It look good. Everything seemed to be all right. Um, another bad. Okay, I have no choice but to connect all this in, so I could use the test the power button to see if it turn on and it work or not. Might as well just put it in. Make sure the button you can feel the clicking, and that's that. All right, one shot. It must be a very low battery right now or something. Yep, only 3%. Okay, that worked. All right, that's done. There's no password. Let me turn off the phone if possible. All right, our job is pretty much done now. Just have to re-put all the screw back in and then glue the back. Now it's all depend on where you buy the back from, or if you want to, you just changing the screen and you want to use it, you have to use that same back. Um, Try not to use those I guess double-sided tape that they have there because it's not gonna stay. Okay. Um, for now, let me just put these screw back in first, and I will continue the work for you to see. All right, guys, that part is done. The reason why, um, I guess I say don't use this tape because yes, it will be in. If you have a case, it should be okay to hold it in. Will not come off. But if you don't have a case, it tend to lift up after a while. Okay, So just get yourself some glue. Please not super glue. Um, and just put a dab on it. And put the back on and just clamp it down. It will stay in place and it much more secure that way. Okay. I had trying to use a lot of uh, tape that they give and stuff like that. Yes, it may seem like it working at the beginning, but then eventually it will pop up, and you don't want that to happen. Put a good put a good amount. It will spread out, so don't worry. Um, you want to make sure the camera is clean, and you just have to put it in and clamp it down. That's the only bad thing about this glue. Uh, they work really well, but it need time to cure. So yeah, you have to clamp it down and give it time to dry up. Okay. Now, if you gotta do use the clamp, please be careful. Don't over tight it, because you will damage the screen, of course. The job of this thing right now is just to put some pressure on the back itself so it could dry out with the glue. Okay. It doesn't have it's not like you clamp it where it's gonna um, the more you clamp the better it will stay. No, you just have to hold it in place and steady, not move around, so the glue have enough time to dry, and that's that. All right. Okay. And I usually split this part like this because I use when I done I usually put on the charger, let it dry while I charge the phone. So that's why you always see me leave an opening right here like that. Okay. Overall, it wasn't a bad hard job. Really straightforward. You just need to open the back out and watch out for that power cable. And then I guess everything else, there are two different type of screw. Most of them are the same, only the two screws to hold the motherboard down is shorter and it's different color. So is I guess it's easier to memorize or remember it. Um, and you just have to see what the difference between the new screen that they give you and the old one. See what part you have to transfer over, and whatever you need, just transfer it over, and we put back all the screw, and I guess re-glue the back up. So it wasn't too technical, it wasn't too hard. So I hope this video will help, and please like and subscribe if you're possible. And I guess I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.